feeling. And to be here sharing it with you is amazing.
Thank you so much for this time. Yesterday in the presentation someone said there's a before and after in movie history when you talk about Andy Serkis. And I think it's right. When you see this movie it's more obvious. How do you think about finally showing this is supposed to be your first movie as a director? How do you feel?
I'm very excited to finally have it out in the world and for people to start enjoying it and getting some feedback now from people who are really enjoying it. Because it has been such a long journey, and as you know, there were complications, and it's taken 5 years to bring to the screen. But it's been, for the most part, the creative side of making this movie was great. We had a fantastic cast. It was a wonderful process.
Kira, why am I different?
You are special, little brother.
More about the performance capture, because I think no one is doing like you, and no, I think no one's doing like you are doing it. But how do you think the perception of the motion, the performance capture of the audience and the producers and the studios?
Yes, I think it's changed over the years since I first started playing Gollum, for instance, when people really didn't understand what it was, that it is acting and that it's just a different set of cameras that are filming the performance. And then, of course, the animators take that performance and have to place the digital makeup, if you like, onto the face of the actor. But all the choices, all of the things that you do as an actor working with a director is exactly the same. So to be able to now, having been on a long journey with it, sort of almost by myself for a long time, to work with an enormous cast of great actors who are using this technology, it's wonderful, and they all got so much from it and really enjoyed the process of using it.
I've seen the way you look at the village. Mowgli, you are one of them.
How do you convince this amazing cast to believe in you and your project and being in this movie?
I think first and foremost they love the script and the story and this particular version of it, which goes back to Rudyard Kipling's book and feels much more of an emotional story. So they related to that. But then I think a lot of them wanted to challenge themselves as actors to see if they could really embody these different characters, and I think that was part of the fascination for them, which they loved.
You will always be my son, Mowgli. Nothing can ever change that.
Is it something that you really want to do about performance capture that you could be able to done yet?
Oh, that's a great. Well, I mean, there are all sorts of characters, I think, in movies. I mean, we're about to start making Animal Farm with Netflix. Wow. So that's a great story, which of course uses performance capture again, and there are some great characters in there.
I am not a man, but neither am I a wolf. Which of you will follow me?
Speaking about Netflix, you have the chance to show to the entire world at the same time. Something is happening with Alfonso Cuarón, a Mexican director. Yeah. How do you think about this freedom of showing the movie to the whole world? I
mean, for this film, it was the best possible thing to happen. I mean, for me, this film has always had an international feel. It was not so much all about the North American box office. You know, it was not a 4-quadrant sort of popcorn movie. It was slightly darker, more like a Life of Pi, or more elevated genre piece. So to be able to share that with a global audience immediately, without having to worry about if it doesn't do well at the box office, then lots of people won't see it. And that's the reality in the world at the moment, in the cinema world. That's films that are made just for cinema. They only last for such a short period of time. Eventually, they find themselves on a platform or some sort of delivery service. So to be able to do that immediately, and also have a theatrical, which we did have, a small theatrical in selected cinema release, I think it works very well.
We're afraid of what man might do to us. The pack needs you, Mowgli.
What's the future of cinema?
I think what will happen is that they will be able to work together so that they're not mutually exclusive, so that people who want to watch them at home can watch them at home straight away. People who want to see them in the cinema, for instance, this is a very good 3D movie.
Yeah.
So I really, in fact, I think the 3D version is even better. And seeing it in the cinema is very exciting. So I'm hoping that there will be some balance in the future, and everyone will be able to see the film how they want to see it.